It was a late Friday evening when Emma missed her bus. Rain painted the city in silver streaks, and she ducked into the subway station, breathless and soaked. She rarely took the train, but tonight the universe seemed to push her underground. On the platform stood a man with a guitar case. He wasn't playing, just holding it, staring at the tracks like they might carry away his thoughts. His name was Daniel. When Emma glanced at him, their eyes met for half a second, the way strangers often do. But something about it lingered, like a note sustained too long. The train screeched in. They boarded the same carriage, sitting across from each other. Daniel set his guitar case between his legs, and Emma tried not to stare. The silence pressed on until a child tugged on his sleeve and asked, "Do you play?" Daniel chuckled softly. "A little." The boy's mother apologized, but Daniel, perhaps grateful for the interruption, pulled out the guitar. His fingers touched the strings, hesitant at first, then stronger. A melody filled the carriage, warm, aching, beautiful, the kind of music that makes people forget they're strangers. Emma felt tears burn her eyes. She didn't even know why. Maybe because she had spent months moving through life like a ghost after her father's death, and this music seemed to speak to that hollow space inside her. When Daniel stopped, the train erupted in quiet applause. Emma found herself whispering before courage could leave her, "That was incredible." Daniel smiled, small, tired, but genuine. "Thank you. I haven't played for anyone in a long time." The train reached her stop. She hesitated. Leaving felt wrong. As the doors beeped, she scribbled her number on the back of a receipt and pressed it into his hand. Then she was gone. They met again, and again. Coffee shops turned into long walks into nights spent talking until dawn. Daniel was a musician who once dreamed of big stages, but after his brother's sudden accident, he had abandoned music. Emma, a medical student, carried her own scars, her father's passing, her mother's silence. Together, they became less broken. She reminded him that music wasn't about fame, it was about healing. He reminded her that grief didn't mean forgetting. It meant carrying love forward. Love grew quietly between them, like ivy climbing a wall. There were no grand declarations, just gentle acts, him showing up outside her exams with her favorite tea, her sneaking into his gigs with flowers tucked into her coat pocket. But life is cruel in the ways it teaches us love's worth. One autumn evening, after a small performance, Daniel collapsed backstage. A heart condition, undiagnosed, relentless. Emma spent nights in sterile hospital corridors, holding his hand, whispering promises she wasn't sure the universe would allow her to keep. Daniel, pale but smiling, said once, "If I don't make it, promise me you'll live loudly, cry loudly, laugh loudly. Don't fade the way I once did." Emma shook her head, sobbing. "Don't talk like that." He kissed her hand. "Then I'll play for you again someday. Somewhere else." Daniel didn't wake one morning. The world felt quieter without him. The city lights seemed dimmer, the trains emptier. But Emma carried him forward. She finished medical school. She healed people. She listened to street musicians with reverence, tears slipping silently down her cheeks. And sometimes, late at night, she'd hear faint chords in her memory. Not sad, not broken, just love, stretched across time and loss. On the anniversary of his passing, she took the subway, sat on the same train, and closed her eyes. For a moment, she swore she could feel him there, guitar case between his legs, looking at her with that tired, gentle smile. Emma smiled back into the empty carriage, whispering, "I still hear you." and she did. Every day.